I have so much to talk about in this fucking video that I'm not even gonna bother with a good enough intro, but if anyone wonders, the game in the background is Neon White. I haven't beaten yet, but I recommend it, and this is just the beginning section, so there's not gonna be too many spoilers. I did cut out a lot of my actual fucking gameplay because I'm bad at it, but whatever, it's not about that. So, while I'm still not even at like 100 subscribers, or even 1,000 subscribers, and I've been only doing videos for like half of this year, I just wanted to tell everyone my current thoughts on how I want to actually take this channel going forward. I really do hope most people tune into this, because I have a lot of important shit to say. I bothered to write a script for this one, and I'm like half reading off of it. I want to be as transparent and honest as I possibly can about how I feel about all this video process stuff. I'm only gonna leave out like personal information, because like you guys should not know about my IRL life. The only thing I can say is like, yeah, I have depression, unfortunately, and that does get in the way of video making sometimes, but like, we're not gonna fucking talk about this. We are just gonna talk about the process itself and some of the struggles I have been facing with making videos thus far already. First thing to clear up, I'm not getting burnt out. I don't feel burnt out at all, especially because I have way too much free time without a job. And this has been one of the few fun things I can do to fill in that time. The most I suffer with is writer's block, but I mean, don't we fucking all as writers? And also, my script burnt out is not as bad as whatever the fuck happened with my fanfics and shit, which yes, I'm admitting I have fanfictions. I haven't updated a chapter fic in a while, and I feel guilty, but I feel less guilty knowing I have the community tab, because I fucking wish I had that on AO3, but we're not talking about that. My real actual complaint that I can get out of the way is that the overall process of making a video, even if it's like any form of art, is going to take a while, has been the most annoying thing ever right now. Scripts have been the biggest problem thus far. Even the one I've written now for this video, I'm just running into issues with it because I just kind of go off from my script and yap a lot. My last video, I went very off script and I was kind of worried the video would be unorganized. It turned out better than I expected, but even putting that aside, my scripts themselves are getting too fucking long. So I will be like going off scripts, they're already long, and then the videos themselves will be longer in the audio process. And then I have to cut it down. And then this is adding onto layers of other issues with the process leading up to the actual editing. I said in my first ever video that I don't have a proper mic. I still don't. Things are getting worked out where I might get one, but there is some complications of where I would keep it. Again, we're not gonna get into personal stuff. But I kinda do need it soon, because recording audio is so tedious in how I do it. Because I have to record it on my tablet, which has a shittier program. I have to export it unlisted to YouTube, save it as an audio file from a YouTube site that I'm not going to share, but you can just unlist videos and turn them into audio, basically. And then I can finally put it into my program, but there's been, like, times the program on, like, the first program on my tablet will not actually export all the audio, or will crash, or will not let me listen back to the audio. This is also not getting into, I have voice dysphoria. I'm glad no one has ever asked about my pronouns. I they, them exclusively, so I am not a girl, but I know my voice is very high-pitched. And as for, like, getting B-roll, it's always going to be tedious, so I don't want to complain, but, OBS crashed on me twice and took all the audio away from my computer. What the fuck? I was able to fix it by uninstalling it, and I have been able to find alternatives to record, so it's no longer an issue, but like, how the fuck does that happen? And it also just disappoints me because I kind of wanted to do streaming, but like, now I can't if OBS is not an option, unless Streamlabs is any good. I know Streamlabs still fucking exist. And as for editing itself, that part is also not bad. I mean, I went to school for editing. I will admit that I went to school for editing. I very much enjoy it. That is the one part of the process, despite how also tedious it is. I just like putting everything together, even though it is a little worse with all the other factors. Every video I have make has at least had the satisfying payoff of like, hey, I did this. But putting aside what is basically a skill issue, the real thing I really need to rant about in this video is that ideas have been the problem. Again, not in terms of like creative burnout, just in the fact of like, I am scared to approach some of my ideas, and I just kind of want to vent off this grievance. It's probably taken 5 minutes to get to this point. I'm so fucking sorry I'm a yapper. I'm probably not gonna cut anything out. This is gonna be the most unscripted thing ever. Even though I have a script. Whatever. This channel, in terms of the topic, has always just been niche anime or just niche-related stuff in general. I think the old anime scene on YouTube is never big enough, so I want to contribute as much as I can. But also with that comes some pressure I'm kind of fucking scared of. Even if so far it's not an issue, I mean, again, I'm so fucking tiny, I don't think most people know who I am in this scene, but like, you know, things are gonna eventually change depending on a big video I could one day put out. You know, you never know with the future. Before I talk about general expectation stuff, one obvious big issue we have to address is copyright. Oh my fucking god, I'm terrified of copyright. So, while so far my videos have been mostly fine, the Kakaider videos have no claims, which, by the way, is because I found out the company who made the anime, is fucking dead. Like, that's the reason, which is so funny that you'll see all these uploads of the anime on YouTube. Apparently I could have used the sub for my video, and now I feel fucking stupid if I'm gonna get comments like, why did you use the dub? But I still stand by the point the dub is not that bad. I'm honestly gonna do a dub rewatch. The Bago and New Getter video got a block in some places, but you can overall watch it. But then we have the whole thing with the Karasher and Shin's video. See, that just got demonetized and anyone can watch it. But, before that happened, I got my first fucking block claim. And I was so scared. There's a lot of different claims with copyright, and again, I haven't gotten a strike. A strike means my channel's in danger. I haven't gotten a strike yet, and I'm so grateful, but this claim I got basically didn't allow me to upload the video until I did a last-minute edit. I talked about it in the comments of that video, but at the very beginning I slapped the Toonami promo because I just didn't have any leftover B-roll, and I also had to cut out at least 1 minute of that video. And it did mostly work out despite pacing, but it was all because I used footage from episode 1, which fucking confused me, because you can find episode 1 on YouTube, so like, what the fuck? And I won't lie, chat, even though I was able to recover from that, the video was still good, it has made me intensely paranoid to cover certain animes that I just don't know for sure if they're safe on YouTube, especially if I can't find any of the fucking episodes. Like, I said before, you cannot find the final episode of Big O anywhere, and I want to talk about the ending, but I'm pretty sure this same thing is going to happen. Even worse, I might just get a full-on fucking strike for it. But I just don't want there to be a situation where I put my passion into a video, and then I get a claim just saying, oh, you can't upload it at all, and I can't, like, do a last-minute edit and cut it down because it's, like, over a part that's, like, super fucking important to the video. I know some people, like, do this thing where you can just use, like, the screenshots of the actual episode, or you can just, like, loop B-roll, but I just personally don't like doing that. I will say in the last Kakaider video, I did loop B-roll at some parts, but like, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't fucking paying attention at some points to really notice that, because I had so much footage. But overall, unless there is some fucking website, which, pass me the link, where I know for sure, like, how to check what anime is, like, not copyright friendly on YouTube, I don't know what the fuck to cover, like generally. Okay, I do know what to cover, I just don't know what is good enough to risk covering, is what I mean. But, okay, let's say I figure out copyright, right? I make it work. Well, we now need to talk about why I'm so hesitant to cover stuff, and probably the biggest one is, I don't know if I want to talk about more fucking mecha than the two I've talked about. And I know I'm gonna get beaten with fucking hammers for saying that, but just let me talk. I don't want to get into my personal feelings, again, because I didn't want to get personal, about why mecha is so weird for me. But one thing I can say is that, while I won't say I have seen anything super fucking bad, I mean, I'm not watching Darling in the Franxx, like, you can't fucking force me, everything I've seen in the mecha genre, besides Getarobo and Big O, funnily enough, has been stuff I find good, but just not to those two things level. And I know that's already gonna get people killing me, but again, I'm not saying my opinion is objective, that's just how I fucking feel. So calm the fuck down. To piggyback off of that too, I just don't want to be a negative channel at all. Like, I'm just tired of super negative channels, because, like, oh, negativity sells. Like, we need more positivity in this goddamn world, and obviously, criticism is good, but when you just don't like something that much, you're gonna be way more fucking negative about it compared to something that you do deeply love. Of course, there are people who deeply love stuff and will be very negative, but you know what I'm saying. When it comes to stuff I just don't feel much for, I am going to be more critical on it. I'm going to tear it more than something I do love. But I don't want to be that guy, especially because with niche media, I understand the feeling of people just not trying out your interest, and I think to see someone shit on it is a valid reason to get defensive and be upset about it. Of course, we also just need to accept people aren't gonna like everything we like and just be more calm about this shit, but it's the fucking internet, so that's never going to change. And yeah, mecha fans are they're fucking vicious. Like, I'm sorry for saying that, but they fucking scare me. I don't know if I consider myself a mecha fan, but I also want to make it clear that I still want to watch some mechas. There's a few on my list, and maybe when I do watch those, my opinion on the genre will be changed. Maybe I will want to revisit some shows that I was too critical on. But for right now, I'm keeping a distance. Oh, and I also just want to say this, like, right here and now, because very much related. Don't recommend me stuff! I don't like recommendations as a pet peeve, and again, this video was not me, like, screaming into a void, I need suggestions for video ideas. No, I have ideas, it's just hesitation that is in my way. And especially with Mecha Rex, I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. Like I don't want to ever show the tier list I made of like my opinions on the mechas I've seen or how many I've seen, because I'm gonna get called a certain L word. That sounds so bad. Whatever. But I just don't want to deal with people thinking like, oh, you haven't seen the classics, you need to. I don't fucking care. I am allowed to make my opinions on a genre based on what I've seen. Like that's just a thing you can do, but I don't want to go too heavily. People online! That is such a niche reference. Who the fuck is gonna get that? But to move past the mecha, okay, what about general animes I like? Like, I'm obviously still a robot guy. Like, I love androids and cyborgs. I've obviously have a lot of sci-fi anime on my list. Well, I've obviously been enjoying those way more, to be honest, but, I run into a different issue. I don't know what the fuck to say about the shows I watch. Like, I'm being so fucking for real. This section, I'm gonna actually name drop shows because I feel more safer to mention them. Yeah, so I watched Cyborg 009, the Cyborg Soldier. I liked it. I did have a few criticisms, but you know, I haven't read the manga to really compare it. I fucking liked it still. I don't know what to say about it. I just liked it. I like Kikaider more, obviously. I know I'm gonna get burned to the flame. I like Kikaider more, but this was still good. I watched fucking Kaiba 2008. That was really good. I don't know what the fuck to say about that either. I will say, like, with time, my opinions on this stuff could, like, be more refined, and I will be able to, like, you know, narrow down a topic. Maybe I can ask fans of, like, these series of, like, hey, what needs to be covered? But also, like, these two examples I mentioned, like, you have Mercury Falcon fucking carrying all the Cyborg 009 topics to exist, and I saw, like, a decent amount of Kaiba content, and also, to mention Kaiba, yeah, I watched that, like, almost a year ago. I watched it around fucking Christmas, of all places, and, I still don't have a full opinion of what to talk about, besides it was good. So, like, this is the problem. I have more things to say about the mecha stuff at the cost of it being, like, you know, controversial, but then the things I did really enjoy more, I don't have anything to say. It's like that one fucking Tumblr post about the mid-media. I'll try to find it. And now, okay, what if you just say, Megan, why not do games? Like, it has less issue of, like, copyright stuff unless you're covering Nintendo. I'm not gonna fucking cover Nintendo, probably. Here's the thing, great viewer. I had a Gravity Circuit script done, and that was actually supposed to come out before this. The problem is, talking about games is fucking harder, especially with my personal preference on how I view games. I also want to make it clear, like, games can have really good stories. There's a reason a lot of people get annoyed by movie-to-game adaptations, or just most video game adaptations in general. I think the storytelling in video games is just underappreciated. However, I am still of the opinion that, like, I don't need a super good story to enjoy the game, but I also don't think I'm the right person to talk about gameplay. Like, it's not that I like dog shit gameplay, it's just, you know, my tastes are very specific. I like platformers, I like Metroidvanias, I'm mostly a platformer guy, like, that's the fucking reason I picked up Neon White, to be honest, but I still enjoy what I've played of Metroidvanias, and those are too story-driven. I don't hate RPGs, but they don't have, like, the most enticing gameplay loop for me to, like, always want to be attached to, and they're long. I have an issue with long media, shocker. And I think that kind of ties into the whole Gravity Circuit script video. I think I still made an interesting point in what I want to cover. I still think Gravity Circuit is well written, but also it's a game where like 80% of the time nothing fucking happens, and the 20% that actually has the plot is good, but it doesn't change some of the weaker aspects where the writing fell off, and that's also just, you know, an issue with the Mega Man structure. Like, I don't like the opinion that, oh, platformer Mega Man's bad, because, like, Zero is right fucking there. I'm gonna defend Zero's story on my fucking grave, but Zero is also a funny paradox, where it's just, like, my favorite game is 0-1. I know, shocker, but the story was the weakest, and then 0-4 has the best fucking story to me, but I don't like playing that game. Like sometimes a game can have a good story, but I won't care if the gameplay is either bad or just it doesn't do it for me. Gravity Circuit does it for me, but I'm just wondering if I'm just overanalyzing something small, something that's still well written, but just like not, you know, top tier writing, you know? I do feel it up to myself to make, like, also a proper Mega Man video on the subject of, like, video games, because the Kakaider Mega Man video was still interesting. I know people also are kind of wondering if I'm going to do a follow-up. Again, there's issues with fucking doing Casher, but I do want to talk about some stuff, especially with platform Mega Man, but my favorite game is fucking ZX Pro. I'm terrified every day to be a fucking ZX fan. You have no idea how deep in the trenches I am. I would want to do an entire review on ZX, but, like, I ran into the issue of reviewing New Getter. ZX had the same fucking issue. I do have a script in my docs that is untouched about a topic in ZX regarding the protagonist that no one has really talked about. And I would talk about that, but I just have doubt about how it's gonna go. It's not going to change the public perception. I mean, I don't think any video can change certain fandom opinions, but I'm also just looking at this video going, like, why should I basically try to say, like, people should care about the male protagonist more, when this is the only goddamn series that has given the females this much focus. You know, like, that's the only time I'm gonna get, like, personal woke. I just use woke, I don't know, ironically. Whatever. So, that's the reason I'm so hesitant on that script, even though it's a subject I'm passionate about, and I should talk about ZX if I'm going to do a solo Mega Man video, to be honest. So, as you can fucking see, every idea I have just has, like, doubt, hesitation, and I know it's just, you know, self-deprecation moment. My self-esteem's not good. I'm also gonna mention that. Not surprising because I have depression, but whatever. I just don't know how to approach these videos and think they will be good or won't cause unnecessary fucking flame wars. I don't go on Twitter anymore, God bless, but also, like, I don't want to be infamous on a part of the internet and just have, like, random shooters going after me. Like, another thing I'm scared of, and I'm surprised I made this channel at all, is just, like, parasocial people. Like, oh my fucking god, please don't have this happen to me, please! Also, now that we're, like, near the end of the video, it's so funny I wrote a fucking script and was saying, like, oh, I'm trying to be on script when I just, like, kind of glanced to it. Like, I need to fix this issue. This is, like, the real issue with, like, editing these goddamn videos. Jesus Christ, I'm such a yapper. But all of this unnecessarily rambling aside, how do I approach everything moving forward? Well, I think I'm just going to set a goal to do actual videos that I think are just going to be safe. As cowardly as it is, I should just stick to stuff I know won't cause any unnecessary flaming, but also will be stuff I actually like to do. Despite this, I can't be safe forever. You do need to experiment to grow, so there is a chance within a couple years this channel won't get video essay stuff after a while, but I'm not going to delete it unless some personal stuff happens where I have to, or if a big copyright strike happens. I'm gonna always keep this channel around. It's just eventually this video essay stuff might either shift into something else completely, or it still will happen, but less frequently. I was thinking about, like, oh, maybe I could do, like, one video a year, but I don't think it's wise to work on just one video a year, if I'm being fucking honest, because I think that will just cause more burnout. And to be nice for everyone who bothered to stick around, I really hope people fucking watch this video. If this becomes one where I just uploaded a long-ass rant and just no one listened, like, that one fucking video I did, I'm gonna be embarrassed, but that is my own fault. But anyway, to give you guys all a bone for staying around this long and just listening to this whole thing, I'm gonna give you just a little bit of a preview. Okay, not a preview, I don't have anything done. I'm just gonna tell you guys some of the ideas I have planned for the future. The Gravity Circuit video is gonna happen. I feel bad I lost motivation for it, but hopefully that will come out before this year ends. If not, I am definitely going to try to get it out whenever the sequel's release date is announced. I'm so fucking excited for that, by the way. There's going to eventually be a Mega Man video, hopefully CX, maybe I will do something different. And as for general anime stuff, even though I hate to repeat topics, everything I've covered so far, I'm likely going to revisit. Besides Kikaider, but even then I had like 2 ideas of stuff I could do with revisiting it, but right now I'm kind of satisfied with it. Big O, I have to revisit. I think my whole video about the Beck episode was still fun, but I need to go more in depth. I really want to talk about the ending, but there is problem with the copyright, so I'm gonna figure something out. At best, I could still talk about the twist and maybe dance around using B-roll of the ending, but it's gonna be hard because there's stuff in the ending I really want to talk about, but it's fine. The cash room video, it's gonna be interesting depending on what I do, because we got an announcement that we are finally getting another cash room anime. I'm not as excited compared to the Gravity Circuit announcement, mainly because we don't have anything on it, but I really fucking hope it's good. Like, I'm just a little hesitant because of the track record of, like, newer anime reboots, but I really, really hope it's good. So either I'm going to review that, or I might do a whole revisit of Cash and Sins entirely. Not like a whole review, but just giving my thoughts about good, bad aspects of the show, because I think I could go fully in-depth on Cash and Sins, because my Liuze video also did it. As for Getter, there's a lot of fucking ideas I have for this. I want to cover one character who I think is underrated. I'm not gonna say who, but I kind of just need to do an Ultimate Ryoma character analysis video. He desperately needs it. If you see shit in the fandom, you know, just Ryoma needs more nuanced analysis, and I am literally his biggest fan. I need to do that for him. But, I don't know when the fuck that's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. It honestly might be my last video. Like, if I just do that, I am gonna be completely satisfied. So to close out, thank you for everyone to stick around. I hope whatever comes next with all I said excites you, or at least turns out good.